Now it's time to get it lit. We got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints you rock. Re-earn 30 years so you can save the guy. Return live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Oh, here we go.
Spike.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Let's go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
80 weapon.
Now Saquon Barkley. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Tight down. There you go.
Got him in. It's Brown. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Set. 250.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
170. 10. 11.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Out of bounds at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A first carry now for Thompson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Stafford. Jordan Reed has it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and the Redskins take a 7-0 lead.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Giants nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
You must be dreaming. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. I think defensively you're okay with that. And here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 41-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
58, right over there.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. It's been a long day for you.
Let's go.
Jones now throwing on first down, and this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, exit. Get up. Go, fire.
Now it's Barkley, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front, so when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing
under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Reuben Foster with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To Thompson on the draw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's got Rome. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 55 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Jones on 1st and 10, eluding the pressure right. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. He's checking.
Jones throwing again. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 26.
High 7.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's Jones on first down. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, 26 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Stafford. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A first down carry for Barkley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
That second down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Go!
The shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
From the 39, Stafford. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brought down by Jabril Peppers. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Giants' 30-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Stafford, complete. Richardson has it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Lorenzo Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set, 250.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's hauled in by Shepard. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
55 Mike, guys, 55. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go, D. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Echo. 55.
Jones now. To throw it in. Looking deep down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Like 22, he's coming, 22. Like 7. All right. Let's go.
On first and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Stanford firing quickly here, and that's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This will be taken short. And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
After return to midfield, I just wish we could open up the heads of the offensive and defensive coordinators because right now the wheels have to be spinning because things just changed. Offensive playbook just opens up, and now in defense, do you play aggressively or do you lay back a little bit to try and calm things down?
Escaping the play, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
3rd and long, it's Stanford. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now Jones throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come to me.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They run it with Ballage. And an alley to run. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Barkley. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They keep it with Barkley on first down, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Ballage. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Hey.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. Saquon Barkley taking it in as his guys are back within a single score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This will be taken very short. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
Indeed means action.
Exactly.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Saquon Barkley running right, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Mike 56, Mike 56. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
No.
56. Mike's 56.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Touchdown, Giants. Antonio Brown. 41 yards as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 31, Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give the Redskins 13 there and a first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brian Calhoun. And the return will stop right around the 25. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
A nice little juke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On the run, it's Pumphrey. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Barkley. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. They'll run with Barkley. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26. Let's go.
On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Yes, yes.
Here's a give to Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A 31-yard attempt.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
32.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only 1 period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cut. 56. Mike, 56.
Protein spill.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. So we'll take a break with them and be right back.
Ready? Turn 2 start. 56. Check 56. Come to my work.
On first down, Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, wahoo! Yo, faster!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Catch made by Slayton. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This is a big spot for a rookie QB, and overtime's kind of where you earn your stripes, isn't it?
It really is, and we've talked with enough coaches and players about how these youngsters are getting into the game and playing this at such a high level so early. But overtime, that's an entirely different animal, and he's handling it well.
Yeah, starting to put together a nice drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 23 yards, the final tally. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coaches always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make him.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And my, how the tables have turned. They had a chance inside the red zone, punch that thing in and end it. Now we're going the other way.
And it's real easy to just look at them and say, boy, what an error, what a mistake you made. But how about the defense coming up huge? Let's give them a little bit of credit, keeping their team in the game, because if they score a touchdown there, it's game over.
Big 20.
First throw in overtime for Stanford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Stafford. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Backed up deep in their own territory. They were in search of a cushion, and the cushion was found.
And you have to think total game, even in overtime. As a head coach, field position still counts in his spot. So they had to get out from the shadow of their own goal line, get themselves some breathing room. Obviously, that helps them on offense, but it may help their defense, too. It might be necessary here in OT.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. This is Thompson, and he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Right, 22. 66. Bullet high. Hey, 5-0.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brianne Bonnie Calhoun. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Now Jones, under a heavy rush, rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Hey, Jet. Go.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give him another shot on third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing on third and long. Jones. And that is incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them, because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Stafford trying to lay one up deep. Oh, he almost had it. Would have been a big interception here in OT. Instead, it'll give them another shot on third down. Way back here, deep in their own territory, they're well aware when they throw the ball, they've got to be careful.
Let's face it, every psychologist in the world will tell you, be positive with your team right here. Tell them they're going to make big plays. I know every coach we've ever met has told his offensive team, don't hold here, right? Don't get a penalty here, because anything like that in the end zone can end the game and lose it for us, especially if they want to keep throwing it.
Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to someone else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, echo.
56
Now Jones going to throw again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on to the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we've got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season.